Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at the creating the visuals here now for A11, dealing with operating system basics. Now the instructions that you have here tell us to create 3 different slides basically. And on each slide we're going to take a look at a desktop from each of our 3 main operating systems. We have Apple OS X, we have Windows 7, and then we have the Chrome OS here. And notice there are lists of things that you need to label on each of those pictures. Also available to you down here are the screenshots that you can use. Now if you want to make your own, that's okay, but each of these screenshots has the items that you need to label. I also have examples so that you know where to find the different parts here, because I know for all you guys, you don't know where all these parts are. So I gave you some example screenshots. So if you click on these, for example, you can go through and find the one that you're working on. So we're going to start with the Google Chrome OS first here. We're going to put that actually on our A11 ICANN slide. And then for the other 2, you're going to have to make new slides for those and just kind of list them afterwards. Okay, so let's walk through the steps of creating the Google one here first. Now over here I have my A11 slide ready to go, but I'm going to go ahead now and bring in the visual for that one. So I'm going to kind of move my screen over here. I'm just going to simply drag and drop the picture over from there. Okay, now it might be a little tough sometimes because sometimes they don't always let you do it. So I may have to go to the desktop first with this and see if that creates me an image. There it is down there. And then I may have to take it from the desktop and then put it in to the slide here. But regardless, there's my image now in here. Okay, and now I need to go through the process of labeling these different parts here. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of walk you through that just real quick here. To put in an arrow now to start labeling things. I guess before I begin, we got to kind of put this in a way so I can label the different parts. I'm going to kind of put the image in the middle here. I'm going to create myself a quick text box labeling this as Google Chrome OS. I'm just going to put it here and type in Google Chrome OS. Now you can format this however you want. Obviously I don't want to leave it in black and I want to leave that small. So I'm going to go ahead and go up here and I'm going to change it into Comic Sans. And I'm going to change its color or size maybe a little bit here, maybe make it a little bit bigger. We can go into its color and change that as well. You should know how to do some of this formatting already from earlier things that we've talked about. And oops, I got to go over to more here. There we go. And change the text color to something that I want to be able to use here. I might bold it and underline it here for this case. All right. So there's my. Actually, I'm going to make this even bigger. And so I'm going to go even here and move it up a little bit so it's out of the way. So there's that, Google Chrome OS. And I'm going to start labeling parts. I'm not going to label them all here, but I'm just going to walk you through the beginning part. Again, I'll make a new text box. And I know one of the parts is that I have to label is the window. And again, if I forget what to label, I can go back here, take a look at the example, all right, of where we need to put things. So I know I need to label the window, for example. So I'm going to go ahead and put in a new text box and call it window. All right, and again, I'm going to go ahead and change the format of that to the way I want it. Just very quickly here with it. Maybe I want to go with a light green here for this one, and I'll make it a little bit bigger. Okay, like so. So there's window. Now what I can do the rest of the way, guys, is I can go ahead and just copy this one. If I copy this and then I paste it someplace else, it'll give me an exact copy, but then I can go and just change the name. So the next thing I got to have, for example, is the apps menu. If I look back here, I need the apps menu, so I'm going to put apps menu in there. Oops, sorry about that. Okay, so I'm going to put that in there. Alright, and now I can do that for my other parts as well. I'm not going to spend all the time doing that, but quickly I'll put in a line now. And I can put a line with the arrow, so I can start here. I can drag and drop it down to here. Okay, and notice that as a tip at the end. I can change my line color, maybe to match what I've got going on there. If I want to do that, I can change its thickness, of course, make it bigger, make it appear bigger. And again, I can play around with the color however I want to do that. But I'll leave that up to you guys. But I just wanted to show you this here real quick so you understood how this would work. Maybe that color doesn't stand out very well. You can choose something else. But again, what I can do now is I can simply copy this and then paste it over here, and then I can use it in other spots here, and I don't have to reformat the whole thing over again. I can just use the copy and paste function to make those. Okay, so those are just some tips here about how to set this up, how to get this going. Again, don't forget to read over the information that's on the web page here, and it'll help you with these. And these are the things that you need to label. Don't forget to look at the examples to figure out where those parts are at. All right, good luck, and let me know if you have questions.